Okay, so my name is Carlos Daniel Santos. I am an economist and management professor here at Nova, mainly focusing in the quantitative areas like econometrics, statistics. I also teach econometrics in the PhD group.
How did you start studying big data? Since it's such a buzzword now, how do you get started in big data?
Well, I started studying big data when I started my PhD, and I got these gigantic data sets.
But that was long ago. Didn't talk
exactly.
About data.
So big data is a buzzword, but the truth is that big data has been analyzed for decades.
Mm-hmm.
Especially in finance, people have been analyzing very large data sets. You know, if you look at stock market data, that's ticker data, the high frequency. These are very large sets of data. It's became a buzzword with the new technologies. So internet data generates a lot of big data. So if you have a website and you have people visiting your website or purchasing from your website, this generates gigantic amount of data, and that's why it became a fashionable topic to work on. But the truth is that the methods are not new. The methods are perhaps 20, 30 years old. Some new methods have been developed in the last 10 years for particular areas of big data. The largest problem with big data has been combining different data sets in different forms of data. For example, think about a picture. A picture can be encoded as a set of data. How do we analyze the pictures? That's something much harder to do than economists are traditionally used to doing.
And what about the results is big data managing to get results? Because I remember some time ago the big issue was, okay, we have a lot of data, we have a lot of correlations, but it's not really workable, the results.
It depends on what you want to do. So if you want to establish cause and effect, big data and small data, they both can achieve that. Yeah. As long as you manipulate the data precisely, then you can do that. For example, there's a paper that's been published in Econometrica a few years back where the authors have used eBay data, and because they had so many transactions, so many listings from eBay, they were actually able to find very close, similar auctions, and so they tried to do a treatment effect, a treatment control. So that was very successful. And the only reason is because they had so many data that they could focus on just a few of the transactions. So that's one of the advantages of big data is that one. But so for cause and effect, you can try and do something smaller like an experiment, and companies now do this like Facebook, Amazon, they do this online. The other option is if you want to do prediction. So if you want to predict what are your sales going to be or how many people are going to visit your site, then you can try and use reduced form big data models. Or if you want to find patterns. Sometimes you just want to try and find patterns. So big data is also useful for that as a descriptive tool more than as an inference tool.
Okay. How was the experience of first writing a paper and publishing a paper, and how did you feel about the general experience?
Oh, it's a learning process. It's an ongoing learning process. I'm still far from dominating everything. So writing a paper has part of art. So sometimes I say it's 5% inspiration, 95% transpiration. So you need to really work hard and rewrite and understand elegance in writing. So I think that's very important. Also focus on the core idea of your paper, the core message of your papers. Go through the clutter. When you're doing a PhD, when you're starting a PhD, you just want to learn methods, and you focus too much on the methods aspects. And in the end of the day, that's not what matters. What matters is the idea that's in there, and that has to be clear, robust, well explained. So that's what distinguishes a good paper from a bad paper. So sometimes you see, very good paper that don't make it just because they're not properly packaged and sold to the people. So people have to understand what you're doing, I think.
You referee a lot of papers as well. Do you find that is a common mistake in a lot of papers, not focusing on their core message?
Yes, so I think that many papers suffer that, although when they reach a submission stage, I think they've cleaned that part. So most papers that reach a submission stage, especially if they submit it to a top journal, then you're only going to get already quite polished papers. But that's one of the problems that you can find in a paper, although people nowadays realize that this is very important. So that's what you train. So when you go on the market, when you're trying to find an academic job, that's what an advisor and your professors train you to do. Write well, explain yourself well, and do a nice job. Because the part that you don't see, it's like an iceberg. The part that you don't see is that all the technical details that people don't really evaluate that well. So they will only see the top of it. So you need to be able to transform all these bits and create a nice image.
There is a large debate in all areas of academia about the readability of papers and how many of them are very hard to read and they shouldn't be. Do you feel that economists tend to overcomplicate their writing, or is it going in the correct direction?
I overcomplicate my writing, so I know that. Particularly because some of the areas I work, it depends on which areas you work. So if you do simple experiments, randomized design, it's very clear, very clean, it's very easy to explain. If you do, a structural work, a structural empirical work, and then a model, an equilibrium for the model, an empirical aspect, the data, the estimation, that adds a lot of complexity to the paper. So it's not easy to make it easy to read. Although it is true that you have to make it easy to read. So just because you're working on a hard topic is not an excuse for the paper not to be easy to read. So anyone with a training in economics should be able to read your paper, at least understand what's being done. The details in the appendix. Only someone who's an expert in your area will understand that. But the core message should be clearly transmitted. And I do see it also depends on the journal. So I do see that some more technical journals, the papers tend to be harder to read. But that's because I think because of the technical